Blood moon alert, Taurus. There's a blood moon on the 27th of September. If you're using Eastern Daylight Time, if you're using Greenwich Mean Time, it's on the 28th. And we're giving you that information. We're giving you both because it's a very important day. It's a big day for a lot of people. It's the 4th blood moon in the tetrad. And on that day, it's a full moon, a total lunar eclipse in the sign of Aries, the Ram. And this is a time when many of the cultural and religious spiritual systems of various peoples of the earth are having holy days and celebrating events that are very important to them. A lot of people feel that this is the culmination of the 4 blood moons. Again, this is the 4th in the tetrad, and feel that it's an important event. And a lot of people also feel that September 2015 is a big event in general, because of various aspects of things going on with CERN, and it's been turned on again in 2015. And we're going to put a little bit about CERN, just things we've read up on in the money portion of this particular angelic transmission. Also this month, on the 13th, there's a new moon in Virgo, the Virgin. And that new moon is also simultaneous. It's a partial solar eclipse on that day. Now, on the 23rd, we have the autumn equinox, as if all that wasn't enough. And the autumn equinox, the sun is going to ingress into Libra early in the morning, out of Virgo into Libra, again early in the morning on the 23rd. So this is a big month. There is a lot of energy. There's a lot going on. And the fact that the blood moon is in Aries. Aries, as you know, is the god of war. So Mars, Aries, Greek and Roman, that's the god of war. So that's intense. So a lot of people feel that there could be, if people don't keep a lid on it, that war could break out or something like that around this event, around at this time. So we're going to look at how we can try to keep everything on the positive side. Venus is retrograde in Leo until the 6th of September. And at that time, Venus is going to go direct, but it's also going to be still in Leo after the 6th, but it will at least go direct. So, on the 1st, we're going to give you a little planetary formula that might be fun. It's a Rosicrucian Kabbalistic planetary formula that we're going to put the answer to at the end when we do the afterglow, the planetary facets that we give you in the astrological aspects. But we're going to give you now this. On the 1st of September, we have Venus retrograde in Leo, conjunct Mars in Leo. That's the aspect that we're going to look at the end and give you the answer to that according to Rosicrucian Kabbalah. Now let's see how your ruling planet of Venus affects you this month, Taurus. I'm Pastor Rosemary, Astrology Angel, and thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from the mighty Earth Angel Uriel, who resides over all the Earth signs, and your particular Taurus angel Asmodel, who resides over your fixed Earth nature. And these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, the love transmission. Okay, love is going to get easier after the 6th. After Venus goes direct in Leo, instead of being retrograde in Leo, after the 6th of September, love will be easier. It's kind of a bear, it's been a bear, and it'll be that way the first week. But after the 6th, again, your love life will become easier. The new moon in Virgo, the partial solar eclipse on the 13th of September, will give you an opportunity to let go of some of the past karma that you feel you've been holding on to regarding your love issues, and also it'll enable you to let go of relationships that are dragging you down. So you're going to end up being like the people you hang around with. The people that you allow into your life, that you befriend, these people are going to either pull you up or drag you down. Or you're gonna stay the same. So if you don't want to be dragged down, you gotta let go of people in your life who are just too much of a weight because of their negative attitude and their negative behavior. The way to deal with this best in September, to not cause a lot of anger in yourself or others, is to simply remember to release relationships lightly. You don't have to burn bridges. You don't have to give anybody a hard time, because if they become more positive, you may want to be friends with them again. But the point is, what you want to do is not grandstand. You don't have to say, hey, I'm going to now leave this group. You don't have to say, hey, now I'm unfriending you because you did this and I want you to know that I'm upset and I'm going to punish you. You don't have to do all that, and you really should not. What you should do is just quietly leave a group or quietly unfriend a person. You don't have to make any big announcements. It's not a big deal. Because, if it's just not your cup of tea, just release it. Let it go. No need to grandstand. No need to make a big announcement or a big deal out of it. So you'll find that your karma is going to come into play a lot more in September. And we'll get into that again when we get into the money part of this, because it has to do with CERN, but it also has to do with a lot of inner work that people have been doing. CERN is an outer expression of what people have been doing for forever inwardly in their inner alchemy with their Merkaba field work, which we teach a class on Merkaba. And Mer means rotating fields of light, Ka means spirit, and Ba means soul. Again, we'll get into that a little bit later here in this transmission. But just understand, Taurus, that this is a month when people are going to say, you need to do this because of a lot of things going on with the planet Mars and because of this blood moon in Aries. They're going to say, you need to do this. And if you don't want to do it, you can say, if you want to do that so bad, do it yourself. You don't have to get upset about it. And it's good to not get upset, because the kind of forcefulness that will come at you might seem confrontational. And you don't need to be confrontational back. Just let it go with very little, again, little grandstanding. Don't grandstand. Don't make a big deal out of it. Just let it go. It won't matter. Okay, now we're going to get into the money part of Asmodel and Uriel's transmission for you. The money part of this angelic transmission: build up your relationships with others for the purpose of increasing trust in yourself. You don't really have to trust other people. You cannot. Because other people will always try to find a way to get away with something, get a deal, or get something for free, or get as much as they can, give as little as they can, and get as much as they can. Everybody always does that all the time. Everybody, no matter what they seem like they're doing, because that's human nature. That's the nature of the body, which is the will to receive, which is the ego. The body is the ego. The body has its needs, and the body does what it needs to do for itself. And then, sharing what one has. That's why they break bread in various and sundry religious systems and spiritual systems. With that said, you need to trust yourself. As you build trust in yourself and you build self-respect, even if you had lost some self-respect or even if you had felt humiliated, you simply just build yourself up, because people, it's not so much that they're forgiving. They may or may not be. People have varying, sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. People's emotions change like the wind, because the various and sundry planets that make up a person's inner solar system are constantly changing. So people are going to change their feelings quite a lot. But what you need to do is build up your trust in yourself and know what you will do and what you won't do. And you can trust that other people are always going to do what's best for them, not for you. And if they say, you're in this situation, you should leave that situation and come into this situation, which is so much better. And then once you go into that situation, they'll say, oh, now I want you to do this, which was the same situation you were in before. Nobody's going to rescue you. You have to rescue yourself. You have to find the inner savior, the inner rescuer, and then in the external world, that will be reflected back to you. So building up trust in yourself will build up your finances. And that's the key. Now there's going to be a lot more, there's going to be quite a lot of excitement. It's going to be building all the way to the end of 2015. And even in 2016 and 2017, it's an exciting time. They say, it's an old Chinese saying, I think, may you live in interesting times. Indeed we do. Now we had mentioned that CERN, people have asked us a lot about, so we'll just touch on it right here. CERN is, they're bringing, obviously, antimatter into the world of matter. They've done that. In 2012, they discovered the Higgs boson, or they and their associates, and that's been called the God particle. It has a longer name than that. That's not so nice, but that's what they're calling it. And some people are saying that they have now a spirit particle, which is called a strangelet, that is like a byproduct when the two when particles collide in the Large Hadron Collider, or however many, I don't know. But anyway, that these strangelets are a result, that they're very heavy, and some papers say that they sink down into the center of the Earth, and it's sort of nobody knows what's going to happen there, and they're extremely, explosive and all of that. And they're very powerful, and people are worrying about technology that's so old. Well, gee, the kind of technology people have now, this puts it to shame. But anyway, CERN has been said in some papers to be a portal to the planet Saturn and the god Cernunnos. So those of you who've been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of path working, a lot of tattva work, those of you who've been working on your Merkaba fields, which we teach classes and how to work with your Merkaba fields. If you contact us if you want a class in that. Again, Mer means rotating fields of light, Ka is spirit, and Ba is soul. So if the strangelets that they've produced are spirit, then they're coming close to being able to create a soul and to create matter. So, yes, it can destroy, but it can also build. We've already proven how destructive we can be as a race of beings, as humans. Now, how can we be constructive? Someday you're going to be able to print out organs, human organs, and utilize that for life extension rather than having to chop organs out of people and put it from one person to another. We'll think that we were so barbaric in the future when we have these technologies at our fingertips. And these are the things that are being unleashed. So the human race, those who are in positions where they can take antimatter and bring it into the world of matter, are utilizing existence and non-existence, and I would imagine they feel pretty much like God themselves. And it's a lot more than this brain can understand, perhaps, but we like to try to understand it, and it's very fascinating. It's interesting, so we do like researching these kinds of things when people ask us questions. Now, again, these are things that are being done in the outer world, but it couldn't have been done unless people had done it internally. And a lot of people have been working on their inner Merkaba fields for a very, very, very long time. And we've done a lot of work on it. This is, the portal to Saturn is the portal to what's called in Rosicrucian Kabbalah, the Sephirah of Binah. And that's to reveal and conceal. This is about the veil of the 3D world. The veil that is lifted from Moses' face. The veil that makes us think that we cannot ever see people again whom we have known who have passed from this particular dimension, who are just as much alive as we are, if not more so, in another space-time continuum. the technologies they have now will begin to lift this veil. And we'll be able to see that. And you'll have a lot more paranormal experiences, and your abilities to remote view and remote hear, and these things will be enhanced. Now, because these are perceptions outside the box of your five senses, you'll be able to start perceiving. And that we have made statements that light comes out of the eyes. That's not the kind of light that we illuminate our, this with. It's a different kind of light. It's a spiritual light that may even seem to be the complete opposite of this kind of light. So just understand that's what we meant. It's a different kind of light. All right. Now this leads us nice and neatly into the health part of this transmission for Taurus, from your angels Asmodel and Archangel, Earth Angel Uriel. Your health will improve, again, beginning the second week, the third week, a strong time, go from more of a recuperative time to more of a strengthening time. And your immune system will also improve beginning the second week, after the 6th. Again, this is a very intense month. So you want to enjoy it, but you don't want to get so up in arms about things that, you get drained. So you may feel that you want people to come through for you, like you want them to come through for your needs. And if they seem like they're not, this is not because they don't want to oblige. It's because they're doing everything they can. People are usually doing whatever they're able to do, truly able to do. People are usually not trying to be annoying, not usually. Sometimes people do, but usually people are too busy to try to be annoying. And so just understand that other people are probably doing all they can and what they know how to do if you feel that they're not being able to deliver on the things that you would like them to deliver on. And that'll make you feel better, and try to stay away from those who might try to utilize emotional blackmail. It won't be good for your health. If someone's trying to make you feel guilty or use emotional blackmail, don't fall for it. Talk about a black hole. You don't want to be sucked into the black hole of emotional blackmail for people that are trying to make you feel guilty. Just don't worry about it. Just let it go. All right, now to get into the afterglow and astrological aspects for this month, and our planetary formula, the little fun formula we'll go over for you. Venus is retrograde in Leo again until the 6th of September, Taurus, to go direct, still remaining though in Leo. But that'll give you a surge of compassion, and you'll feel that you get along well with others. On the 1st, we have this Venus retrograde in Leo, conjunct Mars in Leo, that we'll go over here in a minute. And on the 22nd, we have Venus trine Uranus retrograde. All right, now this Venus retrograde in Leo on the 1st of September, Venus retrograde in Leo, conjunct Mars in Leo. The answer to this, the Rosicrucian Kabbalistic answer, is overbearing compassion. We mentioned that earlier. Overbearing compassion. Searching for respect and recognition may end in breakups in relationships due to pride. So it's not that you have to humiliate yourself, but what you don't want to do is say, I'm so compassionate and I'm such a wonderful person, I would never think of being service to self. I'm only service to others. Well, if you're in a human body, if you're in a fleshly body, you're service to self. You need to understand that. And the overbearing compassion, no, I'm only thinking of you, that is not going to do well. That's the pride, the humility needs to be put on. Not to humiliate. That's not necessary. Just understand that everybody is in the same position. We have all been given physical bodies with certain specific DNA and our astrology is our spiritual DNA. We've all been given these specifics. And we have these needs. And then we work on allowing the will to bestow, Christ you don't choose Jesus, he chooses you. You don't choose Kabbalah, Kabbalah chooses you, according to the rabbis. And Jesus was a rabbi, so obviously. Just understand that. It chooses you and it works on you. So we don't need to browbeat ourselves and say we're so horrible either. We just need to understand we're all in this together, and now we're all going to march forward into a better world, the world to come. And let's make it a better world. That's the point. And we're all being homogenized by social media. We're all allowed to have our religion and have our culture, but we need to all be within the realm of what is reasonable human law, because we're uniting globally whether we like it or not. Even people who are against globalism are globally uniting against globalists. Okay. Thank you for joining us, Taurus. This is your Angelic Horoscope transmission from your Taurus Angel Asmodel and the Earth Angel, Archangel Uriel. I'm Past Rosemond Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. Join us again next month.